This is the LowcoSports Lowdown podcast. Here are your hosts, Justin Jarrett and Wes Kerr.
Hey, welcome, Loco sports fans. Justin Jarrett and Wes Kerr. Mad Max will be along shortly. He's just getting off work, but he'll be joining us in a little bit to talk about all kinds of stuff going on tonight. Lots of playoff action, lots of baseball, good bit of soccer, and then just some other odds and ends that we'll talk about down the road. But rough night overall for Loco baseball. Great night for Loco soccer in general. So first off, I guess we'll start here. We'll try to hold off. We got some Hilton Head Christian Academy news. First and foremost, they moved on and earned that rubber match with Williamsburg Academy with a big win today. We'll hold off going into too much depth about that, as well as a couple other pieces of news about HHCA, and see if we can get Max in here to talk with us about that. The JP2 girls soccer team going to try to check in from the bus ride home tonight after a big win at Christian Academy Myrtle Beach. They're going to the state finals to maybe face Hilton Head Prep. We'll see. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll find out. Afternoon delight at Sea Pines, Hilton Head Prep against Spartanburg Christian. So we'll see if we get an all Loco final there. And another all Loco final is set. BA and Holy Trinity on the girls' side going to match up for the Skeeza 2A 1A title again, as they did last year. More on that later.
This Loco soccer team showing out in Skeeza? I'm impressed.
Right? Yeah, dominating down here in this part of the state. So pretty cool. And boys are back up tomorrow, and we got a couple more with a chance to
get in
there. 4 more, I think, actually. Another potential Loco on Loco. So yeah, lots of Loco in the Skeeza soccer. We'll talk about that a little bit later with whomever can join us. And actually, you know what? We're gonna bump the timeline a little bit, because I see that we have friends in the green room. We had a plan, but plans are meant to be scrapped and go in a different direction when you need to. And here's our ticker going. But we do have friends on the bus ride from Myrtle Beach, Haley Pena and Karen Pimentel. Got you, ladies?
Sorry.
Trying to get all set up. We've tried this before, and it's always hit or miss doing the bus ride thing. So we'll give it a shot. You're definitely in the dark, but that's okay. We should be able to hear you. Congratulations on a big win. You guys, old friends from my USCB days. So excited for you guys. But tell us about the big win tonight up in Myrtle Beach.
It was phenomenal.
Oh boy, we can't hear you very well at all. It might be better without headphones. Maybe. Yeah, that's what Misa had to do. He had to take the headphones out, and we just have to deal with the background noise a little. But that's good.
Yeah, a little better.
Do we have you there? Oh, they can't hear us now without the headphones. Can you hear us, ladies?
I know.
Oh, there you are. There you are.
Okay. Can you hear us now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Perfect.
Okay. Sorry for the.
No worries. We're dealing with live streaming here. That's how it goes.
We came out so strong. The whole team played such good defense. TG played lights out in the goal, and our defensive line just held it together. We shut down key opponents, and we finished some incredible chances. Hollis had the first goal, and it was just, it was right. Yeah. The girls, quote the girls, it was a banger for them. But
it was a banger. Yeah.
Yes. Defense. And then Abby Brock took a free kick right outside the circle and just sailed right in. It was, again, a team win that was incredible. The girls are pumped. It was our first time beating Christian Academy. Third time playing them, first time beating them. So the travel was worth it.
It certainly was. Tremendous performance. You guys are on the state championship game. Tell me about how that defense, that back line played. Sensational to help set up that clean sheet for Trinity Grace Maxwell.
Yeah, we our center back, Lauren Winiger, who's our senior, is a game changer. When she wasn't here, the girls recognized that and really we're like, well, we're missing Lauren. And it's like, it's not one person. So our three other, Abby Brock, Elizabeth Smith, and Brady Mahoney really stepped up. And together, along with our with Hollis coming back on. Yeah, with Hollis as our six, it's just been key to winning games and to shutting down opponents and key opponents in situations where we need to come out on top.
Outstanding. So you guys, just to not to take the focus away from the team, but to just give some background for folks, you guys both came out from California to play soccer at USCB for Ed Heberling, whom you met, if I'm not mistaken, on a European trip, right? Where you sign up for one of those European tours and you go play a bunch. And you guys met Coach Heberling. You found out about USCB. And you stayed, and not only did you stay, but Haley, your whole family moved out here. Like you guys totally transplanted from the West Coast to the East Coast. We called you the Cali Girl Squad back at USCB. But tell us just a little bit about how you were able to transition from playing college soccer into the opportunity at USCB or at JP2, and how much you've enjoyed going into the coaching ranks.
Yeah, I started with the middle school team, so the senior class were 5th and 7th graders when I first started coaching them this year.
Okay.
And I was still in college. I was still
Oh, we're losing you a little bit. It must be fading with this signal. Oh shoot, you're fading out on us. Hopefully your signal improves. Oh, you're coming back. Oh man, we're losing you. Hey ladies, we'll see if we can get you back. If you get a good signal, try to give me a wave in the green room. But otherwise, we'll see if we can get you back on tomorrow night. I'm sure you guys will be out to scout the Hilton Head Prep game tomorrow night. Oh, yeah, we just lost him.
Yeah, tremendous
so we'll have
performance
to.
by that team, and we mentioned some of those stars defensively, but they have done an excellent job just playing a great team game. I'm trying
they're
to say
back.
because yeah,
They're
I mean,
back.
Lauren
Let's give this
Whitaker, Abby
another
Brock,
shot
Elizabeth
here.
Smith.
We'll give it another shot here.
Oh, okay, there you go.
There we go. You back?
Yes. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, you just got started coaching the middle school in college when we ran out of cell signal there.
Yeah. And I loved.
Oh no.
Got Karen got her roped in to come to South Carolina with me and coaching also. Yeah. They've made it the transition from playing. I knew I wasn't going to go any further. Tumbling to know that, but also very very done with it after college.
Yeah.
As far as playing competitively, for fun I'll play, and we'll both play sometimes. But these girls make it easy and make it fun,
Yeah.
and yeah, they're a good group, but they're fun to be
Gotta have
around.
a good group of kids to develop a strong team, and certainly seems like that's the case. These girls are motivated and hungry to continue to improve. And while you guys were searching for the signal, I was just talking about how you guys have really played a complete team game and how everyone's doing their collective job. Can you just elaborate on how you're getting that total performance from all 11 players out there on the field to really collectively anchor the strong performance that we saw in this semifinal matchup?
Yeah, I think it stems from a point in the season where we struggled a bit and lost 3 consecutive games. And the approach we took was more of, okay, we know that we have the skill. It's all mental from this point on. and it's what they're willing to put in the rest of the season. It's what the end game's gonna be. And they're honestly having fun together. Yeah. It's a lot of before the game, just doing what they need to do before to get themselves ready to be the best version for our team, and for the team itself. It's 11 individuals that become one on the field, and that's what we've really noticed as the season's gone on. And after that rough little patch of the season, they've really stepped it up and turned it around.
You can see it by those results against Hilton Christian Academy. You lost 3-2 in double overtime against those Eagles on the 11th, and then just 12 days later, you beat them 4-0 in a dominant clean sheet. So, that just shows the improvement right there. Just what a couple of days can make. So, certainly
7-1. 7-1 since that 3-game losing streak. But the one, of course, was Hilda Prep. You guys going out to Sea Pines tomorrow afternoon to do a little scouting?
A lot of the girls want to make it a team trip, so we'll see. We'll see, but we want to work. We want to focus on ourselves too, and a few things we need to tune up before Saturday.
Yeah, no doubt.
Talk a bit about that Dolphin team. Certainly a ton of standouts, some young stars on that group, and a lot of tremendous speed and footwork on that team. But you kind of give me your own report on Hilton Head Prep and kind of, if provide that they win tomorrow, what you need to do to pull off the victory in the championship.
I think since we've played them already twice, I think we know what we need. And what players to give credit to, and who to look out for. But we also know that we control what we need to. And so if our girls do their part on the field, I think we'll be strong competitive. Yeah, it'll be a strong competition between both teams.
Especially when you have one of the best goalies in Skeeza, in Trini Grace Maxwell, who just always seems to be that difference maker in a game like this. Tremendous veteran who has gotten better throughout these last year into this year, and she is
fun kid too.
She's outstanding, and she could be the difference maker in a game like this. So, talk to me about Trini and her compete, and just her passion for the position of goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think last year her season ended in a very tough way, and this season's been about rebuilding her confidence. And today on the field, I mean, easily saved multiple opportunities for the Christian Academy team, and really kept our team in the game today. She was confident coming off her line. She's fired up to she has come back against
one more shot, one more game. I mean, that's all you can really hope for, is to have an opportunity to be playing at the end and have a chance to achieve your goal. So credit to you guys. Congratulations for earning the opportunity. As coaches, what have you already been doing, and what do you do over the next couple of days to get them mentally prepared for a big stage and really the opportunity to really achieve a dream and bring it home?
I mean, and from the beginning of the season, we've told them this season's going to be what you guys want. We know what you guys can accomplish, and we know we as coaches believe in every single one of you and know that you guys are set to do great things, whether soccer, life in general. But as far as the soccer program, we're so young, and we have so much to grow, and they've really taken it in upon themselves, and just have been holding each other accountable.
That's what it takes.
Yeah. And so I mean, they know the stakes. They've been here before in a different in a different game. Yeah, most of them were in the state championship with against Hilton Head Christian for basketball. So,
Right?
Right.
So
There's that
we have the.
championship experience, so that's huge. I mean,
Mhm.
talk about Brady Mahoney, who was the star on the basketball
Yeah.
team, and her compete level out there, and how that experience playing in a state championship earlier this year can help provide that leadership as she tries to win it for you guys this time. And she performed so well in that ball game and all throughout the year on the basketball court. And so tell me about her presence and what she means for this team, a tremendous multi-sport athlete.
Yeah, I mean there's not many words to describe Brady. I mean she's our comedian. So she's hilarious. The girls think so. She gets everybody pumped up. Yeah.
All right, we got to get Brady on tomorrow
Yeah.
night. Pressure's on, Brady. Come on and be funny.
Yeah. So I mean, it's incredible to see her over the weekend or last Friday place first in 2 different track events, and then come Monday and score 2 goals in 17 minutes.
That's awesome.
And again, reach the 1,000 points in basketball. I mean, there's not many athletes you come across that talent. Yeah. But she's probably listening. Yeah, she was gonna make an appearance not too long ago.
She also plays second in the 400 and third in the triple jump, in addition to being on those 2 gold medal relay teams.
Minimal practice also, so that's pretty impressive.
I mean, she was doing a lot of running though, all soccer season. So she was training. She wasn't practicing with the team, but she was definitely training. She's well trained.
Well conditioned.
But yeah, I guess that's an interesting topic too. Is just coaching at a small school, at a private school in particular, you really have to lean on those multi-sport athletes, and you guys definitely have benefited from that. You got kids who are playing, a sport for every season, and not just Brady. I mean, we singled her out, but Evelyn Melnick, and she was really solid for the basketball team this year too. And so you guys just really rely on that. And I'm interested, as kids who played college soccer. Did you guys play multiple sports growing up?
No. Soccer. Multiple teams, yeah.
All soccer all the time. You were in California though, and that was kind of the culture, I'm guessing.
Yeah. No, we found soccer, and I tried cross country after the first practice. I think I was done because we did hills, so I said, "Yep." No,
I feel that. I feel that. No, but it's really cool to have the services of so many multi-sport athletes. That takes a lot of dedication, especially when we're talking with Brady. And you learn a lot from spending some time out on the track or on the cross country trail. I mean, you really got to run it out there. I ran cross country for a number of years, and you grew up quickly when you grew out those workouts and those races. You really have to be battle tested individually, but you also
nobody else.
Yeah. It's just trust yourself that you keep up with in terms of your pace and just your mental stamina. It's not easy. So respect for those athletes, and respect for Brady and others who participate in multiple sports, especially multiple spring sports. When you look at track and field and soccer, I mean that's a lot of commitment, a lot of work, and she is finding success in all of them. It's really cool. By the way, how about the boys team? JP2 boys fighting on soccer, beating Wilson Hall 3-2. So able to see any of the guys' games and what you think of this team moving forward into the semis.
The guys are again a very strong team. Sorry, I thought we got stuck in traffic. But again, they play their game, and it's going to be hard to beat them. They are again very young. They graduated a lot of seniors last year, but it doesn't seem like they've missed a beat. Yeah. So again, they play their game. I think
They had a little bit of a culture change when Fox
Mhm.
went to Bluffton, but Nate's been
phenomenal.
he's been the glue to that team for sure.
Outstanding. Yeah, they've got Pinewood tomorrow, right? And they did
Yes.
not face them in the regular season, so interesting to see how that one shakes out. Pinewood looks pretty strong, but JP2, man, that was a nice win last night going up to Wilson Hall
Yeah.
Oh
to get
yeah.
it done. I've been impressed with the job they've done this year, considering, like you said, they graduated a ton last year,
Mhm.
and having the new coach, that's kind of a perfect storm. But done a great job of maintaining the culture and keeping it going. And you
It
guys
takes
have done a
great
terrific job of building it
leadership.
up over there.
In that
What's
case,
that?
when you lose seniors and you lose your coach, the shoulders really fall on the juniors and seniors, the upperclassmen on this
Yep.
team, and
Yep.
they have to
Mhm.
really carry the load. And it feels like they've been doing that. So shout some of those guys out and just those kids. I mean, who are determined and want to continue the culture that they've seen over there at JP2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Brennan, I know.
Yeah.
Chris,
McDermott.
Colin came
McDermott.
back.
Kellen,
Yep.
Colin. Who else?
Jackson Sanders has had a good year.
Jackson.
Um,
Um,
We said him.
Walker and goal.
Christian Tilton.
Christian Tilton. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
yeah.
Christian
Of course.
Tilton.
Yep.
Jose.
Sports star.
Yeah.
Yep.
Will. Rune.
Yeah, all those
We have
were the returners that have been.
we have the
Sorry,
the
one more
all
time.
region. We have the all region boys list here, so that would help. Brendan McDermott made it. Colin Anfinson, Jackson Sanders, Walker Patrick, Kellen Reynolds, Christian Tilton. So pretty much everyone you named.
Oh,
They all
Lorenzo.
made the all region team. You guys nailed it.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations on a big win tonight and a great season, and just doing a great job over there at JP2. Proud of you guys. You're my Cali girls from back in the day, and I take pride in seeing not only you guys, but Moldenauer over at May River,
Yep.
Pacifico at Bluffton. It's really a cool thing that has happened here with the Heberling coaching tree, I guess we can call it, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We love supporting them too. Going out there and watching their games, it's fun to go out there and see the girls do what
Our
what we
teammates,
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun to
Very cool.
give back a little bit what we grew up loving. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
I love
fun.
that.
Thank you guys
Love
for
that,
having
guys.
us.
Thank you so
Congratulations
much.
again. Yes, it was our pleasure, and we'll have you again when we can see you guys and not be
With
looking
the
at a
trophy.
dark bus.
Either that, but hey, I mean, you guys have a great chance. I expected no matter who you play, Hilton Head Prep. If they get it done tomorrow, that is going to be a fantastic game, and
Yeah.
really excited to see how it goes. And we wish you the best of luck.
Oh, we may have lost them. See you, ladies.
Oh, we lost him.
I think they may have checked out when we did our goodbye a while ago. But good to talk with Haley Pena and Karen Pimentel. Hopefully you could tell who was talking. I could because I know them and their voices are just slightly different, but kind of hard in the dark. But good stuff from them. I'm so proud of those girls. They were awesome. Those two and Mandy Preciado was the third of the Cali Girl Squad. Came out and really kind of changed the culture around USCB soccer. Just kind of added a little swagger, just a little bit of West Coast vibe, and I think it was kind of critical to kind of turn the corner. They just added something that they had been missing. Haley was a tremendous goal scorer. Karen was a phenomenal midfielder, and then Mandy
Her
was
name
a
sounds
solid player as
familiar
well.
because I remember, seeing some of the record books of USCB.
Haley was the leading goal scorer for a long time
before Mari took over, Mari Calvatin.
Yeah. Yeah, Haley was phenomenal, and she would have scored a lot more, but she had some injury issues, compartment syndrome, in her knee, and had surgery, and missed a good bit of time. And then wasn't quite as dynamic when she came back. But man, she was phenomenal player to watch. And Karen was kind of that unsung hero, just the glue in midfield that the stats did never justify, how good she was. But they're doing a great job with that program. And I love that they gave them the opportunity to follow that group of girls up and stay with them through middle school, JV, and then took over the varsity. Because I think we're seeing the fruit of that right now. There's really a cohesiveness and a belief in each other, and that extends up to the coaching staff, So beautiful thing happening at JP2 over there.
You love to see that.
Let's
To see
Yeah,
these
you do.
kids be intertwined with those coaches for a while and see them grow as players, and just to have that knowledge on them and to see them improve over the years. That's kind of a special thing you don't see very often, and many times that kind of puts you over the top when you have just that familiar belief that you can find ways to excel out there with that coaching staff. And got to be cool
I
for
can think of
those.
a couple examples just recently where it's worked. Patrick Henry baseball was that kind of situation. Coach Brown coached those kids up through travel ball, coached them in high school, and then the other one that I was thinking of was shoot, I lost it now. There was another one. Estill last year. Livingston and Singleton coached that group of
Right.
kids up through middle school. And by the time they got to their senior year, that was a special group. So, no, good stuff. Let's transition. MVP sponsors of Loco Sports. Megan Jarrett is the official realtor of Loco Sports. She's with Keller Williams of the Low Country. She's also my wife, and she would love to help you find your place in the Loco or upgrade to a bigger, better place in the Loco. It's a great time to get in the real estate market, and Megan Jarrett would love to help you. She's the official realtor of Loco Sports. When you find that place, Homegrown Home Inspections will check it out. They're the official home inspectors of Loco Sports, and Jan Lucas and his team are the best in the biz. They'll make sure you're making a great investment. Or if you're building a new home, you got to have that phased inspection. They'll check in every step of the way and make sure it's being built right at Homegrown Home Inspections. And Mickelson Law Firm is the official real estate closing attorney of Loco Sports, our presenting sponsor of our Hilton Head Christian Academy coverage and our original sponsor. Since 2017, they've been supporting Loco Sports, so we hope you'll support the Mickelson Law Firm when you have legal needs. And Hospice Care, the Low Country, our official hospice provider, only not-for-profit hospice in Southern Beaufort County, doing great things in our community and helping folks to maximize their experience at the end of life. Because at Hospice Care of the Low Country, it's not about dying, it's about living. Those are our MVP sponsors. Keeping it with the soccer for a minute. As we mentioned, Hilton Head Prep girls will play tomorrow to determine who goes head-to-head with John Paul II in that girls' final.
Spartanburg Christian, I believe, who they will play, who won penalties in the quarterfinals.
That's correct. In other soccer action tonight, Beaufort Academy beat Cambridge Academy 4-2. I've got the goal scorers for that one as soon as I can get them pulled up here. Maddie McDougal had 1 goal. You want to guess who had the other 3? It was Kylie Good. She's got 35 for the season. She also had an assist. Kaz Green had an assist, and McDougal had an assist. Big win for BA on the road, 4-2. And then Holy Trinity had a little trouble. They got by Charleston Collegiate 3-2. So it'll be an all Loco final. Holy Trinity still undefeated, but they got a little scared today. They beat BA twice in the regular season, but they'll have to beat them a third time. And the BA is the defending
Never
champ.
easy to seal the deal, especially when you're championship. Never a sure thing.
Definitely not. I don't know which team I'd rather be in that scenario. The one that's won twice, or the one that's lost twice, but the last time was 1-0. I don't know. You close the gap, and that's like a psychic advantage. So that should be a good one. My understanding is if the BA boys lose in the semis, they would likely allow this game to be played locally. But if the BA boys make the finals, then assuming there'll be some overlap in fan base, they would want both games to be played at the same site. So the girls' game would be played in, I think it's Columbia, along with the boys' game. So that's my understanding of it. So we'll await details on where that game, when and where. But it's slated right now for the girls' final to be at 12:30 at I think these are both at Hammond.
Okay.
Yeah. So the 1A and 2A finals are all at Hammond, and the 3A finals are scheduled for Cardinal Newman. which I would guess if we end up with a Hilton Head Prep JP2 matchup, we would also be dependent on the JP2 boys. Now, what would be really cool is if it was Hilton Head Christian JP2 boys and Hilton Head Prep JP2 girls, and we could play them all at like Bluffton High School or someplace.
Yep.
That'd be super cool.
Yes.
We'll see how it goes down. See what shakes out tomorrow on the Loco Sports Lowdown. So yeah, we kind of shuffled up our rundown tonight because we're waiting on Max and because we had the ladies from JP2 on. But some baseball news. We'll start with the Bluffton Bobcats, who, oh man, the run ends in heartbreaking fashion. They lose 3-2 on a walk-off at Lucy Beckham tonight. A tremendous game from Tyler Wolf. He pitched the first 6 innings, then he ran out of bullets, had to go to the bullpen. Thomas Gilmore came in, got 2 outs, and then gave up a game-winning single with 2 outs in the 7th. So they lose 3-2. Had come back to take the lead. They were down 1-0. Wolf hit a triple. It looked like he hit a triple and scored on an error. But
yeah,
it was, again, my
I believe
game
that's how they
changer
tied it.
out on me.
Yeah,
and then he also had an RBI ground out, if I'm not mistaken, to take the lead. So Wolf, man, yeoman's effort by the youngster.
Yeah, quite a
tough loss for those
performance.
Bobcats.
Trying to will his team further in this bracket, but heck of an effort by this Bluffton squad here tonight. This is the Lucy Beckham team that got the better of them. I mean, it was not close when they met at the Bobcat Den, but this is one of the best games we've seen this Bluffton team play. Obviously, we saw Fry do his thing in the lights on Monday, but going on the roads is another challenge of itself, and this team competed really well against Lucy Beckham. Just couldn't quite find those last 2 innings that they needed to shut down the Bengals. They were able to come back, a couple of big knocks in the 6th and the 7th inning, ended up tying it in the 6th, and then taking the walk-off win in the 7th. Just a couple of missed opportunities on offense for Bluffton in this game, but give a lot of credit to how Wolf, 6 strong innings, those 2 earned runs, able to keep Bluffton right in this one. And Wolf with a big triple, Burns with a double. So you talk about unheralded guys coming through, and that's kind of been the theme of Bluffton this year.
Yeah.
So just a heck of a run for this Bobcat squad. You wish it could have gone a little further, but to sneak in and accomplish what they did, you have to be proud of that if you're a Bluffton fan. And you're excited for these young guys on this team.
Yeah,
tough to see some of these seniors who will have wrapped up their careers, but I think you got to be excited about the future of what Bluffton has with a lot of these younger players looking to continue to step in the ranks. And I'm sure there's more coming behind them as well.
Yeah, no doubt. We saw some of the JV guys come up and really contribute at the end, which is, always a good sign when your JV kids are ready to contribute on the varsity level in crunch time, in the playoffs. That's a really good sign that there's going to be more behind them. And certainly middle schools across the area, there's some depth in the, Bluffton corridor. Hilton Head was really strong this year. Beaufort Middle School struggled a little bit, so we hope that they can. Ladies Island wasn't bad, but the others struggled. So would like to see a little more depth developing there. But but then again, Holy Trinity and Bridges are both kind of coming up too in the younger ages. So tremendous run by Bluffton, like really, really impressive. I mean, we knew they were capable of it. We knew that they lost a lot of close games during the regular season, and we knew that senior class was really solid. And then Wolf just really emerged, about mid-season.
You need to have that secondary guy, that secondary arm to back what we saw with Fry and now with Miles, what he was able to do, and then with Wolf, that 1-2 punch out there, providing great pitching down the stretch and then into the playoffs. I mean, that's what you need. And this Bluffton team, we saw them almost knock off that first game against North Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
And despite losing that, they just continue to grind and battle. and shut down a really good Mid-River offense, and that
Yeah.
that 5-inning crazy rain out game. That was a wild one.
Yeah. I
But
still hate that one ended that way.
but
You
Bluffton was
know,
the deserved
that's a
winner in that game. I think you look back on it, yeah, it just I
I mean, I
definitely
did
feel bad
see
for
I
Maple,
did
but
see a
Bluffton deserved
photo
to win
of
the game.
I did see a photo of a blown call at first that would have resulted in a run from a river that was
There
pretty
were a couple of
egregious,
tough ones
but
for the Sharks,
it was
but
pretty egregious. But you know that's part of the game. We all
good
understand
stuff.
that it stinks. You'd just like to have the full 7 innings for
Right.
maybe for
Yeah.
it to come back around for you. You know, so
And you
that's the
wouldn't
heartbreaking
expecting
thing
that.
for
Like, you
them.
expected to have some opportunities in those
Right.
6th and 7th, and you don't, and that's unfortunate.
Right.
And
That's the game, right? You
yeah,
fall behind early, but you just stay in it, stay in it,
yep,
stay in it. We're gonna get one. We're gonna get one, and they didn't get those last two at bats, and it's a
yep.
crappy way for them to go. It's no,
Especially in an
doesn't take
elimination game,
away.
like, I mean, you see
Yeah,
that in a regular season game, but just you expected them to come back the next day, but I guess the
yeah,
ruling from the high school
yeah.
league is,
Don't love it. Don't
yeah.
love it. I
But
would have liked to have seen them play those games out. I understand it, but I still don't particularly agree with it, if that makes sense. Um, don't love it. Just don't love the outcome. It's a rough outcome. I think everyone is happier if you finish those games. Both I'm talking about the Buford game here too. Now, obviously, Bluffton and Buford are happy to have advanced, but I think they would be happier to have won the completed
right,
game. And if they lost the game, then so be it. That was still a more fair scenario. But
yeah,
it is what it is. You make rules for the most that apply in the most situations, and occasionally there are situations that fall outside the parameters that you're trying to account for, and they're kind of outliers, but stinks. It's just a stinky way to go. But Mad Max Arraj joins us in studio now. There he is, rocking more Mud Hens gear. What's up, buddy? We
guys.
saved HHCA for you. It was going to be the lead story, but we saved it for you. We did note, of course, that the Eagles advanced with a big win today at Williamsburg Academy, setting up another rematch. They won big today, 11-1, which is great to see. And I have a theory about the inspired play. Because earlier today, there was an announcement sent out to families that J.W. Wilkerson had let the team know that this would be his last season as the head coach. He's going to focus full time on the AD role that he was recently appointed to, and handed off to assistant coach Scarborough. I'm trying to remember his first name all of a sudden. It's escaping me. But Jay Scarborough, the assistant coach, is going to take over. And at first I thought, man, that's crazy that he let him know today. Like, wow, But then I thought about it, and then they came out and played the way they did, and I'm like, maybe that was the smartest thing you could
right.
have done, because
Yeah,
they definitely played inspired today.
yeah, they did. I mean, much different game. They got out first. I mean, we talked about this last night.
Yep.
They needed to get out and get ahead first, and sure enough, they did. They scored 5 runs in 2 innings, and then it was 5, it was 8, and then 11, and they just never looked back after that first inning. They scored 3 runs in the first inning, and they never looked back after that. And it's going to be, I think, a much tougher game for them tomorrow because you got the pitcher that beat you the last
Right,
time.
Blackburn.
Blackburn will most likely be on the mound for Williamsburg
Yep.
Academy, and he's a really good pitcher. But I agree with you. I think JW telling the team that, hey, this is my last season. I think that's like the spark to
Yeah.
light that fire up again. I think that's one way of doing it. I don't. Do I think it's the best way? I'm not sure, but it's a way to
It
get
worked
them going.
today. It worked
Their
today.
their
Yes.
backs are against the wall. This is an elimination game for them. It's an elimination game for them tomorrow.
Yep.
But I think if you look at this team, I mean, we've seen them learn from the mistakes they made against the team after the first game. I mean, they did it against Prep. They did it against AC Flora, believe it or not. I mean, they lost to
That's a
AC
good point
Flora in that series in
because
the first game, and they
yeah,
came back and
they
won the
tend to
second.
do well learning from experience.
That's
Obviously,
true.
you'd love to get them the first time, but just the bounce back ability and taking some lessons out of those defeats is an important skill to have. And it seems like Hilton Christian County has just gotten better when they've faced the adversity this year. I mean, in other years, it seems like they go south the other way, but this year it just seems like that kind of fires and fuels them up to get even better. And
I
that's
think
good
they
sign.
play
I
best.
agree. I think the Wilkerson
against the wall.
decision to motivate the team and say that like this is it for me, and that just gives them that extra added energy. Like we got to win it for a coach, and they showed up early. Just terrific offensive performance that you mentioned, but then Zane Wilson taking care of business on the mound, 7 strikeouts, no earned runs, gives up just 3 hits in a 6-inning start. He was terrific. Nicholson got done the 7th, but good to see not just the top of this lineup and what Cody Brott was able to do. He picked up a walk and a hit, but Roman Colella really solid, came up with a really clutch knock. King Reese with a pair of doubles. So a couple different guys. Alex Epstein able to join the hit parade today. Actually, the multi-hit parade, 2 hits for those guys, and then 4 RBIs for 4 ribbies for Epstein.
Nice.
So that's 5
And
total
he's
doubles.
been a really key utility
He's
player for them.
sometimes, and they kind of fed off one another. And now you gotta feel confident. The momentum certainly back on their side. Sometimes momentum is just tomorrow's starting pitcher. When you're looking at Blackburn.
True story.
Yeah.
Who do we think who pitched today for
Wilson.
Zane pitched?
Yeah.
And then Mickelson?
Yeah. So it'll be
Brooks? Is Brooks up?
Brooks.
Yeah, he's up, right?
It might have to be Brooks tomorrow.
I mean, that's the guy. That's the dude. He's been your best guy all season. That's the guy you want. I mean, it's ace on ace.
Because I don't think Crosby's available, so you got to go with Brooks. And you know what? I'm okay with that because he learns like the team does. He learns from whatever mistakes he made against Williamsburg last week.
And he's going to be hungry for redemption. He's going to have the red ass. He's going to be.
He's going to be raining hellfire on them tomorrow. I have no doubt in that. He is. But when he's
just got to rein it in.
Yeah, when you don't have your best game, what he does really well is, like what the team does, learn from his mistakes. And that next start he pitches absolute fire. He just looks like a different pitcher the next time around. And he's done that a lot this year. And I think he's gonna do a lot better because I think, the coaching staff has been great this year, and to help him learn. I think he'll be much better tomorrow. Do we know where the game is actually going to be? I know
that game will be played at Orangeburg Prep at I believe 6 p.m. and Prep will be at Porter Gap.
And speaking of which, Max, I was able to see you at the Hilton Head Prep game in Sea Pines, and did not go the way of the Dolphins. Just fell apart in the 4th, gave up 6 runs. All PD needed, they scored in that 4th inning as they put up that 6th spot. Prep was able to rally with 2 late, but the damage was kind of already done. Just a pile up of mistakes for Hilton and Prep today, whether it was base running gaffes, errors. It just seemed if anything that could go wrong did, and they just weren't able to recover from it. And that's disappointing to see, especially when you got the opportunity to close it out at home, and now you got to go to a neutral sites contest.
They kind of gambled though. They kind of pitched off, right? They threw Britchke and
that was my next point. I was going to say Hilton Prep didn't really go with their top guys. But PD did. Richardson was electric. He struck out 11.
Dude, he was on fire.
But now they may be pitched out, and Prep's got Perky and Stanyard to piggyback tomorrow. I like that.
I mean, they have. I've seen some clips from PD Academy. They have a bit of depth of pitching. I think that's part of why they've remained undefeated up to the playoffs this year. I think part of it is because they have a little bit of depth of pitching. But Richardson is their guy. I mean, he is their guy. And good Lord, he pitched amazing today. I hate saying that, but for Prep, but that was probably one of the best games he could have put together. I heard from a PD fan that he had pitched a 10-inning game earlier in the season,
Oh,
106 pitches through 10 innings. Like the
Wow.
dude's no joke.
Oh,
Yeah, the
my.
dude is no joke. So I mean, like
that's
he
efficient.
Yeah.
that is really good.
One pitches
So I mean, and he was
Jeez.
efficient. He was efficient today. I mean, he pitched 90 pitches through 7 innings. I mean
Yeah.
that's pretty
Yeah.
efficient. Well, at least six in the third innings. I mean that's extremely efficient. And
Guess where else we have a game 3 tomorrow, though?
Oh,
On the
Farm.
farm.
Yeah.
On the farm.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
ooh.
Calhoun got all over Patrick Henry tonight. They run ruled him.
Yeah.
So we got a deciding game tomorrow night at the farm. So,
my.
and the winner gets Dorchester. They finished the sweep of Carlton. So
Yeah, that was a tight game in 8 innings. Carlton
Yeah.
nearly found a way to
Anybody
extend it.
Anybody want to take a trip out to the farm?
I would like to. I got Waves batting practice till 7:30 though, so I wouldn't be able to get there till 8:30, and the game starts at 6:30. So
Yeah, it's gonna be cutting it close there. Yeah,
I know, but
look,
they
I
did
think-
request Wes's presence though. They said they need some Wes magic.
Oh, yeah. I was planning on going out to Hilton Head Prep. Hilton Head Prep girls soccer.
Yeah, no, you don't have to go. I was just telling you that they had requested you.
I
Maybe
don't
Max
know if
has the magic.
Don't know if I'll make it
I
out there,
want
but
to. I want to real bad.
I'd love to make it up. I
would love to make the trip to Orangeburg for that game 3 between Christian County and Williamsburg. I just don't think I will. I really don't want to drive that far out.
I'd love to, but I'm not going to.
Yeah. Unless
But it's
J-Dub
a
gives
big-
me a bus ride over, but I doubt he will do that.
I'd love
hey,
to,
you
but
know,
Game Changer exists.
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take Game Changer over it.
Not the same though. It's
I
not
mean-
the same.
Because I mean, other than Wilson, I mean, who else? It was just Wilson and Walker, wasn't it?
Yeah, and speaking of Walker, shout out to him. He signed today. There you go.
Anderson, man.
Walker and the boys signing with Anderson. I've got a little press release that's got some quotes from him as well, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, so Walker, just reading from the release here, obviously has been very involved at Hilton Head Christian. He's going to study engineering. He finished top of his class. He's going to graduate top of his class. He's been involved along with Usry in creating the Cage, the student-led organization that drives school spirit and all that.
Yep.
So congrats to Walker Mickelson, and also to Ashlyn Hetzel, who signed to do competitive cheer at College of Charleston. So very cool.
Yeah.
She's also, great athlete, and I can't tell who she competes with on the cheer circuit, but that's a whole world I don't know anything about. That's a world I'm grateful to not have to exist in competitive cheer.
Yeah.
It seems so loud. I have sensory issues. I don't think I can handle how loud it is.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations to them both. Back on that thing with Wilson and Walker pitching tonight. That means tomorrow you have. Oh no, Crosby's not available tomorrow. I just thought about that. I don't think he's going to be available tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think he is either. How many pitches did he throw
against Orange
Monday?
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it would have been on Monday when he pitched, right? Yeah, because Brat finished it, and Brat's down. We know that.
He pitched 71. Yeah, Crosby pitched 71 on Monday.
Yeah, he's down for tomorrow. I think up to 75 is 3 days, and then over 75 is 4. So he's still down tomorrow. So yeah, Hato, go
You'll
get him,
have
baby.
Hayden, you'll have Dylan Clark.
Yeah.
I
mean, you really want Hayden to finish it if he can. You want him to go.
Yeah.
You want him to pitch well and do the whole thing.
Well, I mean,
and he's up for the task. He's a complete game type of dude. He can do it. And they got other guys who can come in and get outs at the end, I think. But more importantly, they're going to need to hit because you got to score some runs against Blackburn. That's not.
I mean, I think if you.
Task.
Yeah, I think if you play the way you did tonight, get aggressive early and get out in front first. There's no way they're going to
Yeah.
catch up to you.
I mean, it's always an advantage to the hitter to see the pitcher the second time more so than the other way around. You know what
Yeah.
he's got now. You know how he got you out, and you can adjust to it. The pitcher can only learn so much about each hitter, seeing them 3 times, but the team sees the pitcher, 20 at bats or 24 at bats or 21 or whatever. So they get a little bit more idea of what's going on. So, yeah, should be good. Should be a good one. Should be a good night tomorrow night.
I think
a lot going on.
Standard-
There's a ton.
Standard, I
Especially
think, will go
baseball.
for
A lot of baseball going
We've
on.
had some
Soccer.
slower nights, but tomorrow's bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Standard's
it's-
going to go for prep tomorrow.
We got Mayor versus softball as well.
You think he starts, or you think Perky starts and Stanyard finishes?
Standard finishes. Yeah, that might be the way to go.
Depends.
My
depends on how
rationale
the
is
game
Stanyard's
goes.
valuable behind the plate, and
It depends
and
on
so-
what it depends on what PD has left in the tank, because this will be
Yeah.
their 3rd game in 3 days.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
So, I
I
mean-
go Perky to start and keep Stanyard behind
Yeah.
the plate because he's valuable there.
Yeah.
Although, can you go pitcher to catcher in Skiza? Apparently, you can't.
I think
do
they
that
did it.
in
Did they do it today?
high school
No, they
league
didn't do it
anymore.
today. What did they do today? I know Prep changed catchers like when they replaced
But I still think I'd go Perky and then Stanyard. Just me
yeah,
personally.
I agree.
I'm not in Wells's head, but I like
I,
the kind of more crafty guy followed by the more power guy.
The other thing with PD today is they kind of gave Prep a taste of their own medicine today. They played kind of
Did
that
they?
small ball game
Yeah.
where they got bunts down and scored runs like anywhere other than getting a base hit. They got bunts down, tried to sacrifice, stuff like that. It was a bit of like Prep's own medicine, and that 6-run inning, I don't think I've seen Prep play defensively much worse than that this season. And
Yeah.
they had some major problems during that inning. I was like, oh, just please get out of it. You have 2 outs. Come
Yeah.
on.
It's a bad
guys got-
feeling, man. It's a
Yeah.
bad feeling.
It was rough to watch, but they came back. They scored 2 runs. I was like, okay, they may have a chance here going in the 7th, and they just couldn't get it done. But I have a lot of faith that they're gonna get the job done tomorrow, because I think they have the better setup over PD tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
In terms of pitching, so I have a feeling they'll have
And
the better day
that's a
tomorrow.
big
But
part of it. You want to be able to have your go-to guy up there to have that like ace, the trump card, if you will.
But more importantly, you want to have somebody you can rely on behind them,
Yeah.
because what if
Yeah.
they don't have it? It's a
Right.
rough thing to
Yeah.
put a kid in a situation where they know there's nobody behind them, like they got to do it themselves. That's hard. So
Yeah.
hopefully they
Yep,
both
that's the
have
thing.
somebody behind them. Got
Yeah.
the last 2 outs of the HHCA game today from our friend DJ Styles, aka Toby Kaloa. There's locked him up for 2nd out, and then fly ball to left. We got a guy out there. Ball game. Boom.
Let's go. Fist pump.
Love it. Good
Live to
stuff.
fight another day.
Appreciate that. That's right.
Yep.
One more. Get one more. That's the name of the game these days. But hey, the varsity sponsors of LowcoSports help make this all possible. And we've got DDS Web Design, which builds, hosts, and maintains websites for businesses and nonprofits to get results. So if you need to get found online so you can do more and think bigger, go to ddshhi.com. Parker Law Group serves legal needs across Colleton, Hampton, and Jasper counties, and they've jumped on board to help us continue to expand our coverage in those counties and shine a light on more deserving teams and student athletes around the Lowco. Reverence Wrestling Club is the official wrestling sponsor of LowcoSports and the presenting sponsor of the Lowco Grind. If you want to take your skills on the mat to the next level, Reverence Wrestling Club is the place to be. And Dr. Ambrose Cole is our official chiropractor. You can find him at Rooted Living Wellness, and he'll get you feeling right, mind, body, and spirit. Dr. Ambrose Cole. Those are our varsity sponsors. They make it possible for us to come on every night and tell you about what's happening on the Lowco sports scene. And so that's the bulk of it tonight. But a couple other things. We're going to start calling this segment Share and Tell. So start bringing something for Share and Tell that you want to talk about. But first and foremost, I will bring to the table more camp counselors, coaches for the All-American football camp that BJ Payne puts on on Hilton Head, and I'll give you dates here in just a second. May 17th through 19th. Coming up, we told you last night we got Puna and Jalen Sneed, of course, the Lowco guys. Got a rash of Notre Dame guys today. Running back Jeremiah Love is coming, as well as offensive lineman Billy Schrouth, and cornerback Christian Gray. So a bunch of Notre Dame guys. Got Penn State wide receiver Julian Fleming, as well as Ohio State linebacker C.J. Hicks, all announced today. So bunch of cool guys coming for the All-American football camp.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. They raise the ante every year when it comes to those camp counselors, and I expect to be a lot more. I don't think he's done, but just by the way those announcements normally come, and they just continue to fire off some well respected, current college players. We've seen some current NFL players in the past, and a lot of former Seahawks as well coming back to be a part of it. And as I said yesterday, the kids love it, especially the heated competitions that they get to be part of and all the drills. I mean, it's every aspect of football. It's passing, it's wide receiver, it's catching, all the different positions, linebackers, kicker. Like they have everything covered. And then they kind of go into all these different drills and games and stuff. And man, the kids absolutely love that kind of stuff. And then they have, opportunities for some of the camps to their stories and advice for the kids, which I think is really cool. And that's something that they will both, the coaches, the counselors, but also the kids take away a lot from the experience. And I mean, what an opportunity, not just, for aspiring football players, but for athletes in general, because you see kids from kindergarten up until middle school age, which is just really cool.
Yeah, very cool. Did you ever do that, Max? Did you ever do the football camp?
No, I didn't.
No. Here's another thing to share and tell with you guys. Oceanside Collegiate's charter was revoked by the Erskine Institute for failure to comply with state law and contract. So this is a very interesting development that came out late last week, and really kind of throws into question what's going to happen at Oceanside, because my understanding is that if they have an appeal process, but if they don't get their charter back, then they basically have to either become a private school and play by the private or public school rules, become a public school and play by public school rules, or become a private school and not receive state funding. So it's kind of put them in a weird spot that could have, a ripple effect as it plays out. So definitely something we're keeping an eye on, outside our coverage area that has an impact across the state. So, and then we already shared and told about the other thing that I was going to share and tell about, which was the all-region soccer team, although I will get it back up here so that we can shout out some more of those guys, that boys soccer all-region team. We shouted out the JP2 guys, but wanted to real quick show some love to these other fellas here. Hilton Christian, of course, going to try to get into the state championship game tomorrow night. Ian Kelly was named the player of the year. We'll see him kicking a football in the fall as well. He's got a heck of a boot on him. Chaz Brigstock from Hilton Christian, Maddox DeBona, Peter Ryan, Joey Haupt, the goalkeeper, freshman, Caleb Brigstock, Harper Mitchell, and John Mossing, all from Hilton Christian, making the team. We shouted out the JP2 guys earlier, but Brendan McDermott, Colin Anfinson, Jackson Sanders, Walker Patrick, Kellen Reynolds, Walker Patrick, also a freshman keeper, Christian Tilton, and then Hilton Prep guys who made the team, Colin Paris, Thomas Fernandez, and Jacob White. So congrats to all the all-region fellas from region, whatever that is, region 1, 3A, I guess, and Skeeza. I can't keep it straight, but there's some sharing and telling. I didn't tell you guys, but we're doing share and tell now. So bring me something fun to talk about every night. And the Lowco Booster Club keeps us going. they're cheering us on, all the way. We got the Court Lifestyle Pros, Daniel and Debbie Court, are Lowco natives with Charter One Realty. They want to bring you home to Hilton Head Island. Revive Rehab, Women's Health, and Pelvic Floor Physical Therapy. You can find Dr. Ali and Dr. Jen over there. Great spot for new moms. Eagle Creations has promotional items, custom apparel, and all kinds of other fun stuff. Go over to their showroom on Argent Boulevard and see what they can do for you at Eagle Creations. Jay's Barbershop is the place to be in downtown Ridgeland. Whether you need a haircut or not, go in for a great style or just some great conversation and chop it up at Jay's Barbershop. Barefoot Floor Care of the Low Country. Get your floors so clean, your feet will thank you, and you'll thank us for sending you to Chris Odom, who's a great dude. So that's the Lowco Booster Club. Thanks for your support. Boys, time to shout out. Wes, who are you shouting out tonight?
Ooh, for my shout out today, couple different avenues I can go with this one. I'm going to give a collective one to the JP2 girls team, girls soccer, with that 2-0 clean sheet, because it was a complete team win. You can name a couple of names. Obviously, Trinity Grease Maxwell getting the clean sheet and net, but the back line was sensational in front of her. Lauren Weniger, Abby Brock, Elizabeth Smith, Brady Mahoney, and then Hollis Melick and Abby Brock with two sensational golazos, if you will, to set up the 2-0 win. But yeah, terrific effort by. Hey, that's what the kids call them. But yeah, great performance by JP2 on the road. A really good Christian Kevin Myrtle Beach team, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of them over in Sea Pines scouting those Dolphins, because I kind of think that's where we're going to go with the state championship matchup, and that would be a potential Donnybrook. Love to have it here, but whether it's here or whether it's Pearl Newman, should be a fantastic game if that's what we get. But a lot of credit to JP2, and good to catch up with Haley Pina and company. Tremendous job this year, what they've done to strengthen this program. Really impressive.
Yep. Max, who are you shouting out tonight?
I got two shout outs. First off, shout out to Bluffton baseball, man. What a way to turn their season around in the playoffs. As far as they got in this playoffs as an at-large bid, the last at-large bid to get into the playoffs, man. What a run it was for them, So congratulations to them. I know it was a tough way to lose tonight to Lucy Beckham, but that's a great way to finish off a season that's been difficult at times for Bluffton High School, especially in region play. So hats off to them, man. What a great way to end your season. And then my second one, I got to go with Zane Wilson, man. He pitched lights out tonight against Williamsburg Academy. 6 innings, 3 hits. No earned runs, 7 strikeouts, and only 2 walks. I mean, that's a dominant outing against a really good Williamsburg team. So, congrats to him. Great night, and hopefully, Hill Neck Christian Academy, with their backs against the wall again tomorrow, can pull this one out and move on to the championship series. And hopefully, we could see a Lowco on Lowco state championship series in the baseball.
And I want it so bad. I wanted Prep to go ahead and get it done today, so we'd at least be halfway there. But
I think
they do too. But now it's going to be double pins and needles tomorrow.
Yeah, you gotta get both of them.
And Patrick Henry on the brink too, man. It's going to be stressful.
Yeah, I mean, it could be over. We do have Buford baseball still.
We have Buford baseball, and we'll get into that momentarily about what's going down tomorrow, because it is a busy night. But man, who am I giving my shout out to? I guess I got to go with Kylie Good with the 3 goals and an assist tonight. She's got 35 on the season now, which is absurd. And they're back in the state championship. They won it last year. Back in there again with a third shot at Holy Trinity. So I'll give a collective shout out as well to Holy Trinity, undefeated going into the state title game. That's pretty good. They didn't play a real heavy schedule. They didn't play a lot of games, but they won them all, and there's something to be said for that. So should be a good one there. Looking forward to seeing where they play that one. I'd love to be able to see it, but I'm in Charleston on Saturday, so it's going to be tricky. Probably not going to happen, but we'll see.
Crazy schedule.
So-
We have a jam-packed Thursday, and I think nothing on Friday.
Crazy. Yeah. As of right now, I don't know of anything on Friday. But
Would've
Thursday
loved
is
one.
bananas.
Yeah.
So we've got Buford traveling to Waccamaw to open the Class 3A lower state baseball, as well as the 3 championship games, so to speak, Hilton Head Prep PD, Hilton Head Christian Williamsburg, and Calhoun and Patrick Henry. Then we've also got softball with May River at Lugoff Elgin trying to extend their season again. They've been backs against the wall for a while now. And we've got the girls soccer Skiza 3A semifinal game at Hilton Head Prep, as well as a quartet of boys soccer semis. In 3A, you got First Baptist at Hilton Head Christian. I'm going to probably try to get to the end of that. JP2 at Pinewood Prep. By the way, HHCA, they've been streaming the soccer games on the HHCA News YouTube page. So pretty good feed. JP2 at Pinewood Prep in the other semi, and then Skiza 2A BA at Christian Academy Myrtle Beach, and Skiza 1A Patrick Henry at the Kings Academy. So, man, it is a packed slate tomorrow and high stakes all the way around. Should be fun.
Yeah.
Looking forward to
Oh,
that.
it's going to be a ton of fun. A lot to
Fun
talk
and,
about.
fun and stressful at the same time.
Yeah, even just checking my phone all night to see how things are going.
Yeah. So, hey, if you're headed out to games tomorrow night, we can't be in all these places, obviously. If you get any good video footage, highlights, hit us. We got a pinned link to Dropbox on our Twitter and our Facebook where you can drop highlights there, and we'll get them and we can check them out and maybe show them on the show if we can get around to it. But we'd love to hear reports or see highlights from around the Lowco and beyond tomorrow night with big playoff games on tap. So that's going to do it for tonight, boys. Great show. Good to talk with Haley Pena and Karen Pimentel. Proud of those girls, my Cali girl squad. I remember when they came in as freshmen. It's so crazy. They're all grown up now.
I'm pumped for tomorrow. I cannot wait.
It's gonna be really fun. I'm excited. We'll be on tomorrow night at 10 to round it all up for you. Let you know about the the elation and the heartbreak. I'm sure we'll get both sides of it tomorrow night, but we'll put a bow on it and let you know what's going down on the Lowco Sports Lowdown. That's going to do it for tonight. Thanks to all of our sponsors, as well as all of you who showed up to listen or watch. For Mad Max Arraj and Worldwide Wes Kerr, I'm Justin Jarrett. Till next time, go Lowco.
The Lowco Sports Lowdown podcast is a production of Lowco Media LLC and LowcoSports.com, an independent media outlet providing grassroots local sports coverage in the South Carolina Lowcountry. We are sustained by community support from sponsors and patrons like you. Get in the game with a monthly pledge of $1 or more at patreon.com/LowcoSports to keep us going and growing. Go Lowco.